All right, so let's keep it 100% because the OnePlus Nord N30 is a lot like the OnePlus Nord N20 with some minor differences and tweaks, but is it enough to call this device an upgrade from last year's model? So this smartphone is OnePlus's attempt to say, yes, we listened to you with the OnePlus Nord N20, and so we want to make it right with our consumers. And so there's a couple of things that have been improved with this device. However, there are a few things that have been downgraded. Look, but if you're brand new to the channel, I truly appreciate you for coming through. If you're new, make sure you guys stay locked into the end of the video. But if you're already a part of the crew, salute. And so OnePlus did actually improve the display on this device and the battery, because they actually made it a lot bigger from 6.43 inches to this year's model being a whopping 6.7. And so another thing that they were able to do was add 120 hertz refresh rate on the display, making it a lot more, pleasing to scroll on when it comes to social media, upgraded from last year's 60 hertz display. And so OnePlus did have that AMOLED display from the N20, which was going to give you deeper blacks and brighter colors. But this year's display with the LCD was going to improve the battery life. And so another thing that OnePlus updated was the charging brick, because you're going to get 50 watts charging speed with the brick included in the box this year, as opposed to last year where they gave you the 33 watts charging brick inside of the box. You're definitely going to notice a quicker charging time. And so what OnePlus did was they gave you a larger display to look at with better battery optimization, because it's going to be downgraded from the AMOLED to the LCD. But they also gave you a quicker refresh rate at 120, so that when you're looking at the frames on the 120 hertz display, you're going to notice a lot quicker and snappier scrolling speeds. And so one of the other things I wanted to mention was the 104 megapixel camera upgrade from last year's 64 megapixel camera on the N20. So essentially you're going to be able to draw in more light on these cameras, because they're going to offer extreme detail when it comes to capturing light, as well as being able to capture a little bit more detail. And so we're still getting the expandable storage with the SD card. We're still getting the 3.5mm headphone jack cable. We still are getting a really nice OS when it comes to the Oxygen 13.1. And so they actually increased the volume on here, because you actually can go up to 200% instead of 100. They also still have the Durock audio tuner, which gives you smart recognition of scenarios, so that the sound effects will change automatically between movie, game mode, and music. And so another addition that they included to top off the icing on the cake is that they were able to add dual speakers on here from last year's N20. So after using this device for the last 3 to 4 days, I've been extremely impressed when it's come to using it, especially when it comes to navigation, having the 3.5mm headphone jack. But take a look at some of the photo samples. I just kind of want to test out the autofocus, so I'm going to come to the closest tree right here, and let's test out the focus on here. So this is really good. When it comes to the quality, I definitely like this. I could even see that spider web right here through the camera.
Just gonna zoom in onto this sign right here, which says Nathan Henderson Park. Let's zoom in on that and test out the zoom quality on here. So that 6x zoom, it actually looks really good. Some ducks right there. Hey, what's going on, guys? So this is the front facing camera on the N30. Let me know how the quality looks on the front facing camera, if it's not too washed out. Also, let me know how the microphones sound. So just to give you an idea of what the front facing camera looks like when you're walking with a gimbal on the N30.
But we're going to get into the gaming performance, but do me a quick solid. If you're still here, just type down below in the comment section. I'm still here, so I know you're still kicking it with me. And I just want to remind you to hit the like button so we can get this video out to more people and help beat the YouTube algorithm, okay? And so we're still working with the Snapdragon 695 5G with the Adreno 619, but they've added 2 GB of RAM, which is going to be pretty cool. And so they also have virtual memory, so you can add 8 GB of RAM on top to give you 16 altogether. And so I definitely think that the charging speeds is going to be better, as well as the overall battery life. And so it's going to be a really solid phone, especially when it comes to the optimization of the software. You're also going to get 1 more year of upgrades. And they actually switched it so that the fingerprint sensor is on the right side of the phone versus being straight in the center of the display. And so when it comes to talking about whether this is a substantial upgrade from the N20, my answer would be yes, because they've actually improved the number of different things that can add to the user experience while keeping most of the things that were successful. And so obviously they changed the placement of the fingerprint, which is going to be a little bit snappier. They added a more grippy, glossy material, which I kind of like after using it for a little bit, because the glossy material gives the phone more grip. And so I definitely like the bigger display. But let me know what you guys think about the N30 in the comment section down below. And make sure you hit the like button to show your support and appreciation, and just type "I'm still here" so I know you're still kicking it with me. And I'll get right back with you. Okay? Later, crew. Peace.